with a fastball, we want all of our arm speed into the center of the baseball, okay? So the way we get all of our off-speed stuff, whether it's a slider, changeup, curveball, cutter, whatever it may be, the way we get them slower is we convert some of that arm speed into spin by putting our hand and our fingers on the other side of the ball, okay? So the curveball is the slowest one, because we're getting, this is a curveball grip, okay? We're getting our hand all the way to the front edge of the ball. Does anyone know why we want to get to the front edge of the ball for a curveball? Yeah, so real quick, the physics of flight with a baseball. Very, very simple explanation. When we throw our fastball, we want good backspin. The tighter the backspin, the more the ball resists falling through the air. So they're doing more and more research on spin rate with pitchers. And pitchers who have a higher spin rate, so they put more RPMs of backspin on their fastball, they get more swings and misses than other pitchers. And the reason they think that is because that pitcher's ball will fall with gravity less over its flight during the plate, towards the plate. So if they think the average pitcher's fastball, if given the same release point with a regular backspin, whatever you call it, ends up here, the guy with the really high backspin, his ball ends up here. So what do hitters do when they swing thinking it's going to be down there? They pop up, they hit the bottom of the half of the ball, sometimes they swing and miss, right? So higher spin rates make it tougher for the hitter's brain to do its weird physics to try to figure out where the pitch is going to end up, okay? So the converse is true with fast or with curveballs. So we still want high spin rate on curveballs or on sliders, or on changeups we want kind of medium spin. But what we want to do is get our hand above the ball, on the front of the ball, or on the slightly on the side of the ball, so we're converting speed into spin. So the curveball is the slowest pitch of all the off-speed stuff because we have to get to the front of the ball to create forward topspin, because the ball is going to break in the direction that it's spinning, okay? So when we have 12-6 topspin, that's when you get a 12-6 breaking curveball like Adam Wainwright, okay? So what the Little League curveball looks like, where it's not the curveball that we want, kids get on the side of it like this, and it has this loopy side spin that just sort of falls with gravity and just has a muddy, slow break. When we get to the front of the ball and we get good, fast topspin, that's when the pitch is gonna, it actually tracks down the fastball's path later before it starts to its little break. Which actually, pitches that follow the fastball's path longer, they appear to break sharper, only because your eyes think it's a fastball later, and then when it dips off the path, then it appears to have a sharper break. So it's not actually breaking sharper. Curveball has a gradual break. Even the sharpest sliders in the majors have a gradual break. But what they do is they're flying on the fastball's path longer, so it tricks your brain into thinking that it deviates later. Does that kind of make sense? Not too complicated? Okay. So if we want a 12-6 curveball, we got to get to the front of the ball so that when we release it, it's got 12-6 spin. If we want a 1-7 curveball, or if we're a little bit lower arm slot, we're still trying to get to the front of the ball, but we're going to get this spin here. With a slider, same thing. And then with a changeup, we want to get some of our speed reduction of the changeup from our using weaker fingers, so these guys instead of these guys, but also by getting slightly on the inside of the ball early and it coming off of the middle of our fingers instead of our fingertips. So instead of pushing through the center of it, we're kind of rolling over the top of it, which gives it this angled, kind of tumbling spin, and that's what makes it sink and run, okay? So our goal, as we learn the changeup today, is to A, get the grip, but the grip is only a small piece of it. The grip is important, but what's most important is your execution of the hand position. So you get here, and you finish over, which your arm naturally always finishes over anyway, but we're doing this just a hair early, so this is where the changeup releases.